Hi everybody, and happy new moon in Scorpio. In this video, you will get the Tarotscope for your sign. So new moons are all about fresh new beginnings. It's a time in which we can plant seeds for the new things that we want to attract into our lives. So you'll see below in the description here timestamps for your sign. You can also check out your rising sign too to find out how you can make the most of this new moon in Scorpio. Also, please like and subscribe to this video. And I also believe there's like this bell that you can just click on, this bell, and you'll get a notification every single time I make a video. Oh, also, I'm doing a show every single week called Organize Your Ass Astrology. And during this show, I talk about every single day of the week and how you can organize yourself based upon the energies that are at play. It's like a weather forecast, but it's an astrological forecast for every single day of your week. So I hope you enjoy that too. Now let's get to your Tarotscope so we can start this new moon off strong. Happy new moon in Scorpio, Aries. So this new moon is hitting your solar 8th house. The maxim change is stability is very apropos for you now. So the 8th house transit, it's all about letting go and being transformed. That's how you are empowered under an 8th house transit. You can't hold on. You have to be flexible. That being said, we have harmonious aspects with both Jupiter and Pluto this new moon. So any changes that you may incur are likely to be very positive. So keep that in mind. Let's see what card you get for your new moon in Scorpio, Aries. Three of Wands. What a wonderful card. This card is actually about established strength and leadership. This is the card that tells you that you need to claim the open vistas as yours. If we notice on the card, this dude has 3 wands and he's looking out to see his ships. He's looking out into the world and seeing what it is that he wants to accomplish next. He has 3 wands. So this is about your established strength. You've established strength. So in a lot of respects, being an Aries, you have to actually take the lead. You have to take initiative. It's unfortunate, but people aren't going to save us. We have to save ourselves. This card is saying that you have the wherewithal to move forward with your plan and visions. You just have to take the lead. You have established strength. You're very, very strong. And nobody's going to do it the way you do it. So create a vision for yourself this new moon and move forward, taking initiative. You're very lucky in a sense that you're going through an 8th house transit now, that your ruling planet Mars has finally turned direct. It's been retrograde since September 9th. That's made all of us, even if we're not Mars ruled, more sluggish and lacking drive and determination. And it's not always great to launch new things and take initiative when Mars is retrograde. But now that Mars is direct, you can move forward. Mars is still a little slower than usual. He will be at full speed January 2nd when Mars gets out of his shadow period. But still, Mars is technically direct, so you can move forward with your visions now. Enjoy this new moon. It is a transformation. You want to let go, create your vision, and move forward. Take initiative. Happy new moon in Scorpio, Taurus. So this new moon is hitting your 7th house, the house of partnership. So this is the new moon for you to move forward in your relationships. Those one-on-one relationships that are very important to you. This could be your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your best friend, anybody who you're in a partnership with, even a business partner. So this is all about you allowing yourself to move forward with new things in terms of partners. So if you're already in a partnership, this is the new moon to take that partnership to the next level. If you're on the hunt for a mate or a new business partner or somebody who you're going to have a one-on-one relationship with, now is the time to move forward with that. Maybe write a list of all the qualities that you want in this partner and allow yourself to let that manifest over the next month, especially the next 2 weeks. Take action for partnerships that really fulfill you. So enjoy your new moon. Let's see what card you get, Taurus, for your new moon in Scorpio, which is hitting your 7th house. The Sun. Oh my goodness, you could not get a better card, Taurus. Uranus has been transiting your sun for a few years now, so you could really use this card. Uranus, as it's been transiting your sun, especially if you're in the early, if you're degrees of Taurus, if you're an early Taurus, like April, say 20th to 26th, Uranus has been rocking your world over the past few days. A lot of change, and I know that you guys don't handle change so well, but this is a brand new beginning. The sun is always welcome in a spread. It's very much about feeling like the sun or a sun god or a sun goddess. You would feel bright and sparkling and radiant and really profoundly sure of your power. And this is just the greatest card to get in terms of really anything. It's wonderful for relationships. It's really great for anything. Like, it's a brand new beginning and there's a lot of energy and you'll feel like the sun. So move forward, especially in terms of partnerships these next 2 weeks, because you're going to be experiencing a lot of joy. I hope you have a wonderful new moon, Taurus, and congratulations. This is well deserved. Happy new moon in Scorpio, Gemini. This new moon is actually hitting your 6th house. So this is a transit for you that's very much about work and health and really getting your life to run like a well-oiled machine. The 6th house is about our day-to-day processes. So it's a what we do on a day-to-day basis. It's your lifestyle, your work, your health, your exercise regime, anything that you do on a regular basis. So this is the new moon for you to attract new things into your life that have to do with what you do daily. So this could be a new job. This could be a promotion, making adjustments to the job that you're in. It could also be a brand new exercise regime, a lifestyle that makes you feel really, really good, where things are balanced. This new moon for you, Gemini, is about finding the right combination of things to make you well and happy. So what do you need in your day-to-day life in order to feel really energized and really strong and like you're really expressing yourself? So let's see what you get for your new moon in Scorpio, Gemini, that's hitting your 6th house. Like, what do you need to know? Your new moon in Scorpio, Gemini. King of Pentacles. This is great. So very apropos to your 6th house, which has to do with your day-to-day processes, including work. So the King of Pentacles is the rich guy of the tarot. He is mature, he's masculine in disposition, and he has a lot of money. A lot of money and a lot of security. And he has the Midas touch. Like, whatever he touches turns into gold. So this is very auspicious for you, this new moon that's hitting your 6th house, Gemini. It's more a matter of getting to that position in which you're sitting in this guy's throne. So imagine yourself as King of Pentacles. Come from that space of having the Midas touch. And then move forward, determining what it is that you need your life to look like on a day-to-day basis. Like, what do you want to do in terms of work? definitely move forward these next 2 weeks in terms of work, in terms of money, in terms of your day-to-day processes. Like, what can you do on a day-to-day basis that's going to be very efficient, that allows you to make the most amount of money and security as possible? What can you do? Ideally, it's probably going to be about communications. And you're also so creative, Gemini. I mean, come on, you're just super creative. So allow yourself to, on a regular basis, determine what you can do with the least amount of effort, because that's your talent, that's going to make you the most amount of money. So don't stress out. Allow your day-to-day life to be filled with prosperity and value. Value that you give to the world will equate to value that you get for yourself in the form of money. So allow yourself to determine how it is that you want to add value to the world, because this guy has a lot of value, has a lot of worth. And though he has a lot of money and the Midas touch, that comes from him knowing his self-worth. He knows his value. So come from that space, come from his throne, and then determine what it is that you want to do to add value to the world, and allow yourself to just enjoy the prosperity that follows. Happy new moon in Scorpio, Cancer. So this new moon is hitting your 5th house. Lucky you. The 5th house is about true love and romance and creativity, children, if you have any. It's about doing things that you really, really love. So this is a very fun transit. It's all about you expressing yourself, expressing like that inner child that's just super happy and fearless and just filled with love and joy. So this new moon, you may want to focus on things that you really, really love, things that bring you joy. Your children, if you have any, your creative projects, what's next for you creatively? How do you want to express yourself in the world? Additionally, the 5th house is not just about creativity and your children and expressing yourself, but it's also true love. The 5th house is about true love. Now, it's not the same as your partner, which is indicated by the 7th house, but you obviously want to have true love with your partner, if at all possible. But it starts first with that 5th house. So the 5th house is more about dating and having fun and going to the movies. It's not a real commitment time for you relationship-wise now. If you are in a relationship, this is about how can you get really creative with your partner? What things can you do to have fun, to really spice things up a bit? This is about letting yourself play and have fun and express that childlike enthusiasm and joy in your life fully. So let's see what card you get for your 5th house transit with the new moon in Scorpio, Cancer. The Devil. Okay, so this is not a bad card. There's an old expression: the devil comes down to earth and creates a religion, and the devil comes right down after and organizes it. So in order to manifest what it is that you want, you have to sometimes tap in to your darker impulses. Allow yourself to be really, really creative. That's what this card is about in a lot of respects. It's about you tapping into the rich creative powers of the universe. If you have something that is within you that you think is a little bit dark, or you've suffered through trauma, or you're really angry, or you have resentments, all of that can be channeled into your creativity. It can be channeled into your work in some capacity. So it's all about you allowing yourself to express the darker aspects of your personality in a healthy way. In terms of relationships, well, you know, this might be, quite frankly, about cracking the whip. This might be tapping into your darker impulses and expressing those even sexually. Make sure you just have fun, express yourself, transmute any pain that you have. Because the problem is that in suppressing our darker impulses, we meet people that show them to us. We meet people in our lives that are our unlived selves. So don't suppress your darker impulses. Integrate your shadow into your life. Integrate it into your relationship in a healthy way, and especially integrate it into your work. So have a wonderful new moon in Scorpio, Cancer. I hope you enjoy it. Happy new moon in Scorpio, Leo. So this new moon is hitting your fourth house. The fourth house is traditionally known as the house of home and family. Really, what this transit is, it's about emotional security, feeling at home within the self. You take your home with you wherever it is that you go. So it's about feeling emotionally secure, finding what makes you emotionally secure. Oftentimes, that is your actual home where you nest and rest. Other times, it obviously is about your family, your friends, people who make you feel at home, people who make you feel loved and cared for. That's a big part of it. But at the end of the day, it's all coming from you. You are the one that needs to make yourself feel emotionally secure. So this transit for you is about achieving that sense of inner peace, that sense of inner emotional security. Whatever makes you feel like warm and fuzzy and loved and secure and nurtured and cared for. So use this new moon, especially over the next 2 weeks, to move forward with what makes you feel more secure. This could be a relationship. Maybe you want to settle down with someone. This could be getting out of a relationship if somebody is undermining your confidence. This could be about achieving better job situation, for more money that makes you feel more emotionally secure. Whatever it is that makes you feel emotionally secure is what you need to go after this transit, because the stars are aligned for you to feel really at home within the self. So let's see what card you get for your new moon in Scorpio, Leo, for your fourth house transit. Justice. You got this card the last time. It is so funny. So the Justice card is essentially about a decision that is going to be made either by you or somebody else. But let's just say this is about you. This is your time to balance things. So if you're feeling like things are out of balance and that you've been doing too much of one thing and you need to do another, this is the time to create that adjustment in your life. So the key for your emotional security over the next month, especially the next 2 weeks, is about balancing things. What decisions do you need to make? What do you need to balance? As I said to you before in last month's forecast, is that you have to create your own justice in the world. Like, you have to go after it. You have to be the one that says, this isn't right, I'm going to make things right. So nobody's going to be coming to you and saying, oh, he needs to, we need to do this for him. No, that might happen, but first it's about your worthiness and your deservability that attracts that to you. It's about you making that decision that this is what is fair for you. This is what you deserve. So with the Justice card, over the next month, do whatever you can to balance things, make things right, make the decision as to what it is that you deserve in your life to feel emotionally secure. This could be so many different things, right? This could be getting a new job, leaving your job, getting into a relationship, getting out of a relationship, establishing better health practices, whatever is going to make you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. Take action and make a decision to make that happen. Happy new moon in Scorpio, Virgo. So this new moon is hitting your third house, the house of communication. And the most important person you'll ever communicate with is yourself. What we get in life is really based upon the pictures that we paint in our heads and the words that we say to ourselves. So make sure You're painting pretty pictures and saying really, really nice, good feeling words to yourself, things that empower you, because this is a really great transit for you to initiate and start that positive self-talk that can make a world of difference. Additionally, the third house transit you're going through, it's about your communication with other people as well. What do you do on a day-to-day basis? What are your interactions like? What are you doing in terms of writing or speaking? This is a great new moon for you to start a project that has to do with communications. Maybe it's about starting a blog or writing a book or starting to YouTube, anything that has to do with you communicating your ideas. That is how you're going to make the best use of this transit. So let's see what card you get for your new moon in Scorpio, Virgo. Love. Oh boy, this is great. Two of Cups. So you might start a new love affair this new moon. You may also decide to communicate more clearly with your partner. In the Two of Cups, you have two cups coming together, and really what it is I share my truth with you. That's what they're saying to each other. Here is my truth. Here's my truth. This is love. So it's all about communicating, right? Your transit this month. So with the Two of Cups, you want to do whatever it is that you can to communicate with the people that you love in your life. And it's also about you allowing yourself to create the communication systems that allow you to find love if you're looking for it. If you are on the hunt for love, then this third house transit, it's about changing your day-to-day communications, your interactions, so it's putting you in a position in which you can find love. This could be about getting on dating sites. This could be doing speed dating. This could be doing anything that allows you to open yourself up on a social level for love. Like, make sure that your lifestyle is conducive to you finding love if you want love. Also, what you may want to do is start communicating with the person that you love, even if the person doesn't exist. So obviously, if you're in a relationship, start communicating more from your heart, sharing your truth with your partner. But if you're not in a relationship and you're in the process of looking for one, start communicating to that person now, even if they're not here. So you can get used to that energy flow of expressing yourself. Like, when you do find love, if you are on the hunt, what will you say to this person? What will you communicate about what you need? So this is a wonderful card to get for a third house transit. Start communicating your truth to everyone that you love, and start communicating to those people that you want to love in the future, and that will help usher them in. Happy new moon in Scorpio, Libra. This new moon is hitting your second house. Money, 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 money. Money for you. The second house is about money, yeah, but really at the end of the day, it's about self-worth. It's really about your throat chakra, your sense of worthiness, your self-expression, speaking up, and knowing your worth and knowing your value. So this second house transit for you is about really opening up your throat chakra and expressing yourself. So in the old days, like biblical times, we would use talent as a unit of measure. The word talent was a unit of measure. So you would give a talent for something else. Now, what we do is we use our talent, and from that, we get money. So allow yourself to really get in touch with your talent over the next month, next 30 days, but especially over the next 2 weeks. Like, what is easy for you to do? What can you do that allows you to express yourself most easily? The second house is also about your throat chakra in other realms. Sometimes, being a Libra, You may have a tendency to go along to get along. You may have a tendency to just acquiesce constantly and be like, okay, okay, okay. And then one thing happens, it's like the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae, and you leave nothing unsaid. Like you go off. Hell hath no fury, like a Libra scorned. So maybe during this transit, don't wait for things to like bubble so you inevitably explode. Maybe allow yourself to communicate from your throat chakra, like it kind of bothers me when you do this, you know, whatever it is that you might need to say. The second house is all about your value and your self-worth. So if you're feeling as if the job you're in right now isn't paying you what you're worth, speak up about it or find another job. This is the transit for you to become more of a valuable person from your own perspective. So utilize this new moon for your self-expression and your talent, expressing your talent and expressing yourself. And also, if you're looking to make more money, this is the transit for it. Mercury is finally direct. Mars is direct at this point. Granted, both are still in their shadow periods, but they're still technically direct. Move forward. Let's see what card you get, Libra, for your new moon in Scorpio. The Fool. Okay, right on. So the Fool is card 0. It's everything and nothing. And that actually is very, very empowering. Like if you were to say, I am nothing, it frees you up. You're not a mom. You're not a dad, you're not a daughter, you're not an employee, you're nothing. Similarly, you could say, I'm everything. And that has an energy to it that is also empowering, but different, like you're everything. So there's no like pressure because you're everything. So with this card, you're nothing and everything. You're starting from scratch. You're starting at ground zero. You get the opportunity now to determine what path you want to go on. And there is this new beginning for you in which you are starting at zero. So in some respects, it actually makes perfect sense, right? Because the sun is in Scorpio. This is a new moon in Scorpio. It's all about death and rebirth and transformation. Things are ending during this time for all of us. So with the Fool card, this is about you allowing yourself to enjoy a new beginning. Take a leap of faith. Go out on a limb like the Fool does. The Fool, as a warning, it's not a matter of he making bad decisions. He doesn't make any decisions. So if anything, with this card, it's important that you get off the fence and you make a decision, which I know at times you guys have an issue with. But the Fool is all about following your bliss. Follow your excitement like a breadcrumb trail. This is the time for you to move forward in a brand new beginning, especially in matters pertaining to wealth, your voice, and your value. Happy new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio, this is your new moon. Happy birthday. So last month, we spoke about how the new moon was transiting your 12th house of the subconscious. And we spoke about how you want to flood your subconscious with images that really please you and to feel the way that you want to feel. That was the 12th house. So you put stuff in the subconscious and then it comes out in the consciousness. It comes out in your reality. And that's what this new moon is about. It's like you jumping out of a cake and everything that you had put in your subconscious last month is now showing up. So now is the time to really determine who it is that you want to be, which is who you really are. It's important to remember under a first house transit that you're recreating your identity, your self-construct. We are making ourselves up in every single moment. It might seem as if we're consistent and we have consistent personalities, but that's not really the case. Charlie Chaplin entered a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest and got 3rd place. So we're constantly creating ourselves, and it's going to be up to you to determine who it is that you want to be, which according to Nietzsche is who you really are. that means that you can get whatever you want this new moon. Everything is up for grabs. Anything that you want, be it love, more money, more professional success, anything. You just have to believe that you already have it. That's the energy that you want to allow yourself to move into this new moon. So you have to feel as if you're in love, and then you will attract love. You have to feel rich in order to be rich. You know this most likely because you guys are like emotional experts. Everything in life is an emotional game, and you are really, I think, probably the best at it. And I say that because you guys are all about extremes in emotions. Like, you know what it feels like to be extremely like over the moon happy. And you also know those depths. So you want to allow yourself to emote and broadcast to the universe the way that you want to feel this new moon. So whatever it is that you want, clock the feeling of already having it and then broadcast it. Play make-believe. One thing that Scorpio is so great at that nobody realizes, or few people realize, is that one of their greatest gifts is their imagination. And if you can allow yourself to imagine the state that you would be in and what it would feel like, then you will be able to attract stuff to you more than even usual because you're super powerful this new moon. So let's see what card you get for your new moon in Scorpio. The Star. I really think that you may have gotten this last month. I know like all the cards fell all over the place last month for you, and I think that this was like your final card. Anyway, the Star is really, really great. This is about great hopes for the future. It's about allowing your star to shine. Whatever lights you up, whatever makes you feel just really, really alive and elated. Think of the sky. Like, the sky is yours when you get the star in a reading. So this is about inexhaustible inspiration and just feeling as if you have this purpose and this higher calling. This card is also about friends and community, people who think like you think. Those are the people that are going to be able to really help you achieve whatever it is that you want this new moon. This card can also be about being the star, being the center of attention, allowing your lights to be on, like finding out what lights you up and allowing yourself to just dive into it. When you get the star in a reading, you may be a little bit detached under its influence. You're going to be feeling like super creative and inspired. So you may be a little bit removed from the interpersonal relations around you because you're super inspired and you're just like in the clouds. Your head is in the clouds. So for your new moon, the main message is to allow your star to shine. And as you know, with you guys, it's very much about what has heart and meaning. You guys are extremely heart-centered. So find out what lights you up, what makes your heart sing, and allow yourself to flow that into the universe. With this card, the Star, she is pouring water and nourishing humanity, but the water is in a jug. So there's a certain level of detachment or removal from her emotion. For instance, this could be in terms of creative writing. Like when you are in the process of creative writing, you are separate from your emotions, but you're still able to flow your emotions, if that makes any sense. So this is about being the star, being inspired, being lit up, and inspiring other people. So this should be an amazing new moon for you. This is the time for you to let your star shine and to really light up the world. The world needs you now. They need your energy. They need your emotion. They need your inspiration. They need your nourishment. So let your star shine and light up the world. What's up, Sagittarius? So this new moon in Scorpio is hitting your 12th house of the subconscious. This is the preparation stage for your birthday. So this is all about the subconscious, and we get in life what we subconsciously believe that we are. So this is the time to flood your subconscious with the images that you want to see play out. When the sun enters Sagittarius, or more specifically, when it hits your birthday, that's going to be a conscious new beginning. It's like you jumping out of a cake, but now it's a matter of what ingredients are you putting in that cake? Like, what do you subconsciously believe that you are? Because that is what you're going to get. That is going to be the ingredients that make up you when you start moving forward in your new reality for your birthday. So this time is a really important time in your life for you to nest and rest. You may feel like you want some extra solitude. Just flood your mind, your subconscious, with whatever it is that you want to see. Try not to look at things that just don't feel good. You know, think in your head all the great things that could turn out for you, all the wonderful things that could happen, and keep playing it over in your mind over and over again. And your subconscious will start seeing it and will keep seeing it and will be like, well, it must be true. And that will be what you manifest when it comes to your birthday. Another thing that you might want to do is self-hypnosis, maybe up the meditation in your life right now. Anything that you can do to like rest your mind and allow yourself to see what it is that you want to see. You guys are so positive and optimistic. I don't think it's going to be an issue, but you really just want to bump that up. Bump up the pictures that you see in your head and the words that you say to yourself, because that is going to affect your subconscious. So much of the 12th house and what we get in life is really about our beliefs. So first we make our beliefs and then our beliefs make us. So it's all about what you believe. That is going to be key for you during this transit in order for you to make the most of it. Two tools might be affirmations and affirmations. So affirmations, it would be a matter of saying, I am really good at my job. You're affirming what you want to be true. But I like affirmations better. AFFORMATION, as opposed to affirmation. So in affirmations, instead of stating, I am good at my job, what you do is you say, why am I so amazing at my job? So when you do that, it presupposes that it's true to your subconscious. So your subconscious, when you ask that question, presupposing that it's true, goes on a search, like it's Google, right? And finds out why. Well, why am I amazing at my job? And then you find yourself being amazing at your job. So you may want to do that during this transit. Further, let's see what you get for your new moon in Scorpio, Sagittarius. Four of Cups. Okay, so this card is like a mixed bag. On the one hand, it's a 4, which is all about stability, and it's Cups, which is all about emotion. So there is a certain level of emotional security or stability. It's sort of like being filled up with contentment and not really needing more. However, the other side of this card is about apathy. So if you wind up having love that's being given to you, a lot of great stuff that's happening to you, it's important for you to, with this card, to actually notice it and allow yourself to be aware of all your blessings and all of your gifts. In this card, this dude has 3 cups over here, and then this one card is here, but he looks like, his arms are folded. He's like dejected. It seems like he suffered some kind of loss. And he's oblivious to this cup that's right here. So when you get this card in a reading, it's a matter of something might be lost and something might be gained. There may be some kind of loss under this transit for you. Now, that is not weird at all. The sun is in Scorpio. Things are changing. Things are dying. Things are ending. Like, that is what Scorpio is all about. You need death in order to have birth. So there may be something in your life that is ending. So even though it's ending, there is some kind of silver lining, and that's what this is all about. So it's about focusing on it, especially for your subconscious, because what you focus on grows. We say the richer get richer and the poorer get poorer, but really that's an apparency because they're focusing on what they already have, right? So a rich person, for instance, if there's like wealth all around them, I mean, that's like what is in their conscious mind and affecting their subconscious mind, and they create more wealth. But if somebody's in poverty, just the opposite. So do what you can this new moon to not give yourself the luxury of a negative thought. Like, keep it positive. Focus on what it is that you have. Write gratitude lists, like make make notations. Oh, how amazing. I have water, I have oxygen, I have a warm bed, whatever it might be, but keep it positive. Focus on what you want to see, and you'll see more of that. I hope you have a really happy new moon, and I will see you soon. Happy new moon in Scorpio, Capricorn. This new moon is hitting your 11th house. This is a really cool transit. The 11th house is the house of why not? Like, why can't I do this? You know, the sky is yours during an 11th house transit. Whatever it is that you might wish, you're going to be able to get. There are no dangling carrots in the universe. So if you want something, that comes with your ability to achieve it. So during this transit, think, why not? Like, what is it that you would do if you had a magic wand? Like, what would you change in the world? What would you change for yourself? And know that during this transit, you're able to change it. So this is a transit that's about hopes and dreams and wishes and ideals. And it's really about the sky being yours. Like, the sky is the limit during an 11th house transit. Whatever you want can be yours. Another aspect of this transit in the 11th house is about friends and community and groups of like-minded people, people who think like you think. So one of the things that you may want to do over the next month is connect with your friends more, but also join groups, people who think like you, people who can support you, people who you can align with. In a lot of respects, because you're so achievement oriented, this has so many pluses. Not only is it a networking thing, the people that see life the way you see life can help you achieve your goals, but it's also about osmosis, osmotic learning. So osmosis, if you don't know, you put two plants together that are different varieties, and what happens is that the two plants actually start to take on the characteristics of each other, even though they're separate varieties. Similarly, when you're around a group of people who are advanced in certain ways, you start taking on their advanced qualities. It's important, I think, to make sure that you're always around people who are better than you. Like, if you're the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. I think also if you're the richest person in the room, you're in the wrong room, because you want the people around you to inspire you and help you move forward. And that is going to be important for this transit, for you to allow yourself to be around the people who make you feel as if you're supported and that you're actually going somewhere and that your dreams are more achievable. And what better way to realize that your dreams are achievable than being around people who have already achieved those dreams. So let's see what you get for your 11th house transit, Capricorn, for your new moon in Scorpio. Let's see. King of Cups. Now, this is really funny for you guys to get. Not that you can't be like caring and kind. Of course you can, but you know, I mean, let's face it, you guys are uber responsible and very much focused on hard realities of life, right? You know, it's all about responsibility and doing the right thing and showing up and taking care of people on a more practical level. But the King of Cups is much more about an emotional personage. It's about caring for people emotionally. And with this card, it's about you allowing yourself to really understand your emotions. And that makes perfect sense, actually. Like, we're in the mood, we're in the time of Scorpio. So everything is extremely emotional, and what you resist persists. So if you were to resist the emotions during this time, you're just going to wear yourself out. And you guys are practical. You're efficient. So in line with that, actually, now that I think of it, this is perfect for you during this transit, because this is a time for you to really get in touch with your emotional identity. The King of Cups is very much aware of feelings. He's extremely compassionate, and he has mastered the emotional plane. So when you get this card in a reading, it's going to be important for you to allow yourself to take responsibility for your own emotions and to understand the emotions of other people and to respond to them in a way that is mature, compassionate, and caring. So that makes a lot of sense, I think, now that I go through it, because you guys are so responsible and you do take care of a lot of people. I mean, you guys have gone through a lot, you're from the school of hard knocks, but this is the time in which emotion rules the day. So it's important for you when you get the King of Cups in a reading is to know that people are extremely emotional during this time, and you too are extremely emotional during this time. So do what you can to feel really, really good and to also give yourself so much love that you're able to give more love to other people. So you want to make sure that you're overflowing with love. Do whatever it is that you can. I know that sometimes you guys have a hard time taking good care of yourselves because you're just, you're so hardworking and so ambitious, but do whatever you can to feed your soul during this transit, because now the responsibility is to take care of other people emotionally, and you have to do that for you first. Have a great new moon in Scorpio, Capricorn. Happy new moon in Scorpio, Aquarius. This new moon is hitting your 10th house. It's all about your career, your place in the world, how the world sees you, what you're achieving, status, position, honor. So this is the time for you to go to the next rung on the ladder. Determine what is going to be super fulfilling for you professionally and allow yourself to move forward in that realm. When you're going through a 10th house transit, it's important to keep in mind VIPs are watching, very important people. The 10th house in astrology is it's reminiscent of dad. And even if you're, not living with your dad or your dad is not here, that archetype is very much prominent in the world with bosses, authority figures, VIPs. So now is the time to really get their attention. This is a time for you to really go up to that next level professionally, especially in terms of leadership. The 10th house is all about leadership. So to understand the 10th house, think of the sign that rules it, Capricorn. Martin Luther King, Capricorn, leader, led the civil rights movement. Jeane Dixon, Capricorn, led people to understand astrology a lot more. And we wouldn't have astrology as prevalent as it is today had it not been for Jeane Dixon. So with this transit that you're going through, it's very much about taking your place in the world and looking at where you are responsible. What can you do and what are you passionate about that's going to change the world for the better? So keep that in mind. Go to the next rung in the ladder, whatever that might be. This could be a time in which you're like, you know what? My career's not really doing it. I need to find a new trajectory, something that really, really lights me up. Likewise, it could be about you just naturally going on that next step. Maybe you are in the career that you like, and it's just a natural progression. What's the next rung on the ladder? This is a time to be very pragmatic and structured in terms of your plan for the future for your career. If you are not a professional person, meaning you're not somebody who's all about career and standing in the community, then that's fine. It could be a matter of you in some capacity being the best. So say you don't care about work or anything that is material like that. Say you are a family person. Well, that is fine, but you are going to need to be the best dad or the best mom or the best caretaker, whatever it might be that you do that you're passionate about. Now's the time to really try to be the best at it, the best in your eyes, the best that you can do. So keep that in mind, and let's see what card you get for your new moon in Scorpio, Aquarius. Empress. This is an interesting card. It's a great card, okay? So the Empress is all about abundance. It is ruled by Venus. It's the feminine principle. So it's When anything comes into your life and brings you great joy, when anything new comes into your life and brings you great joy, the Empress is that vehicle for that something. So this is about new life coming into your life. You know, if you notice, she is pregnant, the Empress. So even if you're a guy, you're pregnant with an idea. And even if you're, you know, if you're a woman, obviously you don't necessarily need to be pregnant with a child. That could be very possible with this card. You're very fertile, but it's more metaphorically. Like there's something that is growing within you that is going to be born. There's something within you that is going to come out. And that metaphor of being pregnant is really apropos. So this is a time for you to really allow yourself to bask in abundance. Like enjoy the creativity, enjoy the love, enjoy just, you know, your life and especially your body. The Empress is really about taking things down a notch. So this is sort of ironic because you are going through a 10th house transit, which is really the, you know, a hardworking, career-oriented transit. But this is really telling you to allow yourself to be creative, to allow yourself to give birth to new forms, and allow yourself to come from that place of abundance. So in your career trajectory, because you're going through this 10th house transit, allow something new to be born that gives you great joy. Allow yourself to enjoy the abundance and give birth to new forms. Let what you have, the love within you, flow out into the universe. Happy new moon in Scorpio, Pisces. So this new moon is hitting your 9th house. The 9th house is all about seeing life from a broader perspective and really expanding your mind and your horizons. So over the next month, especially over the next 2 weeks, you want to look at how you can expand in the world. And you want to do what you can to expand in the world. There's so many things that you could do to make this happen. One is by expanding your mind, by learning something new, taking a class, reading a new subject, reading everything that you can about a new subject, really opening up your mind. Okay, you could learn something new during this transit. Spiritually, you could grow during this transit. So this could be about you allowing yourself to expand your spirituality. This could be about, again, learning is possible, but anything that allows you to change your belief system, your philosophy about life. A lot of times when you go through a 9th house transit, it's about you allowing yourself to experience more of the world and allowing the world to experience more of you. So foreign travel is associated with the 9th house. So a trip to a foreign land, for instance, your energy is going around the world and you're letting people in different areas of the world experience you. So that's another example of a 9th house transit. I do understand that the way things are right now with COVID-19, that travel internationally might not be plausible. I get that, or it might not be safe, etc. Still, there are other ways that you can experience this. This could be about you allowing yourself to watch foreign films. This could be allowing yourself to learn a foreign language. It's about foreign things that are foreign for you. 9th house transit can also be about you being every place in the world energetically. So the 9th house rules broadcast or publishing. So you may decide during this transit to start a podcast, to write a book, to start a blog, anything that allows the world to get more of you. By you putting yourself, your energy, your broadcast, your words, whatever, all over the world, then you're letting the world experience more of you, and you'll be experiencing more of the world. So however you want to expand, just follow your excitement. Maybe it's publishing, maybe it's broadcasting, maybe it's foreign travel, maybe it's learning something new. Follow your highest excitement. So let's see what card you get, Pisces, for your new moon in Scorpio. Okay, victory. Yay! So this is the card that you get. You're on your way to really, really great things. So the 6 of Wands is about victory. So you have victory coming to you. You've been working hard at something, or you've gone through something, you are now in this space of really allowing yourself to experience victory. So in this card, this dude is on the horse. Think of Caesar riding triumphantly through Rome, right? In this card with Six of Wands, there's a laurel wreath. This is victory. In light of your 9th house transit, you're like on a horse energetically. Where are you going next? To expand your mind, to expand your consciousness? What adventures are ahead? Because you have achieved a level of greatness with this card. And it's a matter of allowing yourself now to enjoy the fruits of your labor, to rest on your laurels for a little bit. Likewise, with the Six of Wands, if you are in the process of working on something and making something happen, this card is really, really good. The Six of Wands is 100% success. So it's going to be just important for you to enjoy this and to give yourself that pat on the back in terms of your success, but also give yourself that license, that permission slip to expand even more now. How can you expand? What can you do for you that allows you to experience more of the world? Because you've done some really great stuff and you're en route to doing more. But take this time, this 9th house transit that you're in, to give yourself the luxury of experience, of adventure. Go out on a limb and make sure that you enjoy yourself full tilt. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching your new moon in Scorpio Tarotscopes. Please like and subscribe, and you will get notifications. Hopefully, I think that's how it works, every single time I make a video. Keep in mind, too, that every single week I do Organize Your Ass Astrology, which is weather forecast, so to speak, of each day of the week ahead, so you can organize your ass. I will see you soon.